I'm Ruby Metcalf.
And I'm Isabella Dukin. Welcome to this episode of the NN Update.
After being delayed by a snowstorm, Newton North's eagerly anticipated Enigma of Puzzle Day was held on March 15th. Reporter Luis Carvalho headed over to put together all the pieces.
I just don't understand any of these.
Modeled after the Harvard Computer Science 50 course event, Newton North's 6th annual Puzzle Day, organized by math and computer science teacher Mr. Shoutis, brings students together to solve puzzles, brain teasers, and other conundrums.
This is a fun time. You can have some free food and enjoy it, and maybe get a sense of what the computer science electives might be that's different than sort of the stereotypical concept of, oh, I'm going to go sit at a computer and type code.
Needing help in constructing Puzzle Day, Mr. Shoutis contacted fellow math teacher Ethan Peretz. Each year, Mr. Peretz has been meticulously crafting each riddle and enigma.
I've always loved doing puzzles, crosswords, sudokus, other kinds of word and logic puzzles, and so creating them sort of was a nice next step for me to do. And so Puzzle Day is a great opportunity to kind of flex that muscle a little bit and try to create something cool.
When Shoutis taught his first computer science course at North, he saw that out of the 13 people that ended up in this course, only one was female. He knew that the lack of diversity needed to be dealt with.
It sort of perpetuates this non-representation of sort of all genders and the diversity that's in our school in this field. So the goal of the day is really to promote getting more female-identifying students, more students from diverse racial backgrounds, ethnicities, like what have you, into our courses, so that our computer science courses look more like our student body. Like my hope is that students feel like this is a way that breaks that conception of programming as like, I'm going to sit and learn this arcane thing, and really make it from a field or task that's very like rote mathematical to something that feels a lot more creative.
Puzzle Day isn't just about programming and academics. With the waves of homework and stress students have to deal with on a day-to-day basis, these teachers wanted to create a space where students can relieve the weight that they carry on their shoulders.
In school, we often put challenges in front of students that are inherently stressful, but I also think that there's something to be said for putting out those low-stress opportunities for students to struggle with things. I think that a lot of learning can happen that way too. And so puzzles are by definition trivial, like they're not important, they're not going to save the world, but it's also an opportunity for people to come together, to work on a problem together, to feel the satisfaction of doing those problems together and solving them, and like walking away with a really like satisfied feeling.
For NNTV, this is Luis Carvalho.
Congratulations to the winning teams. Hopefully participation will continue to multiply in coming years.
With Patriots Day on the horizon, for most North students, this conjures images of runners climbing Heartbreak Hill. But often overlooked is the reason for the holiday, the anniversary of the battles of Lexington and Concord, the first battles of the Revolutionary War.
One way to witness this historic event is taking a trip through history by watching reenactments of these battles. Reporter Alexia Rindesbacher took us to meet the people behind the lines of these foregone regiments.
In 1775, the British marched into Concord with the intention of suppressing the possibility of rebellion. Muskets in hand, this was the beginning of a war that shaped a nation. For some, these gunshots still echo through history, sparking a community that is dedicated to retelling the stories of the American Revolution.
It's important to do it, again, to tell people where we came from, because you don't really know where you're going until you know where you came from.
Michael Graves, biology professor at UMass Lowell, joined His Royal Majesty's 10th Regiment of the Foot in 2006 and has since risen through the ranks and now serves as major and adjutant of the regiment.
We try to recreate a British regiment as it looked in 1775, the 10th Foot as it looked in 1775.
Recreations range from battles to setting up realistic encampments to marching in parades. Through replicated uniforms and real muskets, the regiment aims to educate and display an accurate portrayal of the British Army.
The British Army was not drafted. These were men who volunteered, and they were professional soldiers.
Recreated British regiments didn't always look perfect, but in 1968, the 10th's founder, Vincent R.J. Kehoe, was inspired to fix this problem.
Our founder had gone to an event where the British soldiers were wearing bathrobes and papier-mâché hats. They looked like circus clowns, and it was a comedy. But it was serious. I mean, these Americans, they were taking on the best army in the world, and so you have to have British soldiers that play that role so they can actually see the seriousness of what was going on at the time.
Upholding these standards is essential to the art of reenactment. However, with many members retiring, continuing the hobby proves a challenge.
We want to get younger people involved. We want the regiment to continue. It's been around for 50 years. And if we want to continue that, then we have to recruit younger people.
Devin Ciano, a Newton North junior and member of a French reenactment group, Les Bourbonnais, is keeping the tradition alive.
It's kind of refreshing to be like a younger dude to come in. If there's anything that they can't do, they're kind of like, recruit, get in there and do it.
No matter which regiment you belong to, being out in the field brings sides together.
So I've got friends who are Americans. So it's that kind of meeting people and getting to know people better, and that kind of camaraderie and friendship, I guess, is probably the best part for me.
While the personal connections built on and off the battlefield keep them coming back, what drives these soldiers at heart is a passion for history.
I like talking about history. Obviously, I'm passionate about history. I guess it's just nice to tell people about it and kind of share my passion with people. There'll be a bunch of kids rolling up, and it's kind of cool to be the guy that everyone's all the little kids are interested in. And they're like, oh, what's this thing?
I'm also a teacher and a professor at heart, so the reenacting bit just kind of gives me another venue to go out. When we're talking after we do an event, we usually gather and we talk to the spectators and answer questions and tell them more about ourselves. So I guess it's another a chance of me being a teacher and being able to educate people.
By realistically portraying history, these units are able to breathe life into dusty pages of history textbooks and form closer bonds within their own communities. For NNTV, this is Alexia Rindesbacher.
It's inspiring to see how passionate people of all ages are to preserve our region's rich history.
Next up, we transport from 1775 to the Roaring 20s. Reporter Josephine Singer tries on her dancing shoes at Boston Swing Central, where folks of all backgrounds come together to learn this classic dancing style and swing into spring.
Harlem, New York, 1920s. As jazz music rose in popularity, a new improv-based dance style emerged as well. For decades, swing dance created a community. Even today, dancers are still swinging. At Boston Swing Central, dancers of all levels gather each Friday night, twisting their hips and moving their feet. While the height of swing dancing was in the 30s and 40s, Boston Swing Central works hard to keep the art alive today. A member of their team, Heron Russell, found her passion for swing just a few years ago.
This was the first place I ever came to a dance, and it was kind of magical to realize that other people do this. And I've been here pretty much every week ever since.
Each Friday night, Boston Swing Central hosts 1-hour beginner-friendly dance lessons before opening the floor to social dancing. Dancers from different walks of life have taken their own steps to find their passion for swing.
My art professor introduced me to this organization, and I've been dancing since.
Yeah, this is my first time, but I love to play jazz music and love the style, so I wanted to come try it out.
I just kind of go anywhere where there's vintage anything, so I like to pretend I'm in another time.
After the peak of the pandemic, Boston Swing Central has revived a sense of connection that had been lost. Many dancers appreciate the strong bonds that are formed from their shared interest.
I think it's a really good way to connect with people. It's just such a relief after COVID, being isolated from other human beings, and now we get to physically interact in the same space.
When I first moved here, this was one of the first scenes that I got involved in, and I was able to just make a bunch of friends so quickly.
Whether you're a lifelong dancer or a first-timer, Boston Swing Central welcomes you. Dancers learn that swing is about more than just steps.
Joy. I think first and foremost joy. I feel like swing dancing has taught me about that in a way that nothing else in my life has. It's a really incredible and beautiful way to just be in your body and be with music and be with other people and be sort of practicing being uninhibited. There's a sensation of vulnerability, there's a sensation of trust, but there's also this deep joyfulness that I feel like makes it so that you're meeting people on a really human level.
For NNTV, this is Josephine Singer swinging into spring.
Thanks, Josephine. I know where I'll be headed this weekend.
That's all for this episode. If you have your own stories to share, DM us on Instagram at Newton North TV. We're looking forward to hearing from you.
From the NNTV crew, we wish you a wonderful spring break, and we'll be back with more stories soon. See you next time!